How you like that?
Kindly state your name.
It's Thom and Jeff.
Well, I think these guys are pretty darn dope.
Check for sound.
What?
Notice they're high, so this will be a good show.
Yeah.
It's a Tell Someone Tuesday as Podcast 22 is on, in, and around your ears at mytomandjeff.com, broadcasting from Studio Nico, Trailer Studios, Forestdale, Missouri. Thank you.
That's it? Again, awful quick.
I've got a lot of things I'd like to tell someone.
It's Thom and Jeff podcast number what? 22? Is that what you
22.
said? Today on the program, Scotty Boom Boom, obviously, over there. Coach is here. How you doing, Coach?
Hey,
I
Coach.
am still alive in the postseason.
You got to be a happy, happy man. With
I am one happy motherfucker right now.
Then why are you wearing a Phillies jersey, Coach?
Whoa. Y'all and your practical jokes. I'm going out later, too.
And our new friend Brandon is over here. How you doing,
Brandon
sir?
Howland.
I'm doing
Nice
great.
to see
Great.
you, sir. I don't know if you could tell or not by the voice, but he's a singer. And what?
Hi.
Hello, how are you? And we're going to hear something from him in a little while, right? Is that right? You're going to play a little snippet of one of his songs?
I got a little teaser I got from him, yeah.
Which song are you going to be doing over there?
It's called Halo.
Oh,
You
It'll
heard
get
it.
stuck in your head.
yeah, it's you haven't always been a country singer. This country thing is kind of sort of new to you, right? A little bit?
It is new. It's brand new.
But my God, you got a great voice, dude. And nobody in this room is a fan of country music. But but
We're
I
becoming fans.
But I can tell you that song will get stuck in your head like a son of a bitch immediately, right?
Scotty was singing before I heard it.
Right.
And then I was singing it, and I was like, I'm singing a fucking song.
Right, a
that
country
I-
song. What
I
is the
haven't
deal
even heard
here?
it.
What? There's
It's a
one
good sign.
I know there's a cop out in Union, Missouri with the last name Burton that will love that song. Put it that way. My brother.
Your
We
brother.
got to
Yeah.
send it to him.
Yeah, we do. There's four of us, myself and three brothers, and he turned out country. We don't know how, but he legally carries a gun for a living, so we don't give him too much shit about it. You know what I mean?
Probably a good
I
idea.
guess that's that's a good idea.
Yeah. So we are continuing what Scotty Boom Boom has put together as Band Week. Yesterday, Cavo was here, which was very, very cool. Today, Brandon is here with us, and tomorrow it is Shaman's Harvest.
Shaman's Harvest. And Thursday, Brook Royal.
Very
And
cool.
Brandon Holland, you have a website.
Website. Well, right now we
It's
got the Facebook.
celebrityfeet.com.
No, that's
Oh,
not it.
celebrityfeet.com.
There's a link right at the top.
So what's your website? Where can people find you?
Facebook.com, Brandon Holland Music, after the backslash. And we've got a website that we're working on. We're getting that put together and should be available shortly.
Very cool. And is there, we were talking about this, I think, over at Ballyhoo when you were over there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like is there a country scene around, like, if like Brook Royal, Cabo, they got places to go and go play in the St. Louis area. Is there a country scene here that you can go around and play every weekend, or no?
I think it's mainly a lot of cover stuff around here, but there is a small scene. I've met a few people that are doing some thing at a place called, I think, the Twisted Bowl, maybe.
Oh yeah, sure.
And,
That's the old Phoenix, is what that is.
okay.
Yeah, I have no clue actually where that even is.
Limburg and Lee May Ferry. It's in the same little strip mall as two friends of the show here, which would
Grind?
be Steel and Ink and The Grind. So if you
I know where you're talking
if you get
about.
high or want a tattoo, you can go boom boom. those two places right there.
Get high, get a tattoo, play a show. Fuck it.
There you go.
It's a whole night.
That's rock and roll country.
That is rock and roll country right there. So, all right, so Brandon's going to be here with us all the entire show. We are going to hear his song a little bit later. If you have gone to our website to download this particular podcast, first of all, thank you very much. But there's something on the front of the page there about where we're going to be on Saturday night, which is Bobby's Place in Valley Park, 141 in Marshall Road. It's the first game of the Blues season. 7:00, I think we decided, is game time. Yes. And I think we're going to do our podcast live on the stage there from 6 until 7, because it wouldn't make sense to do it during the game, right?
It would make absolutely no sense unless we want stuff thrown at us.
Right, and because we also want to have a little crowd participation and get people on the show and meet people and stuff like that. So Bobby's Place, 141 on Marshall Road on Saturday. Kara the Lesbian will be there. Scotty Boom Boom will be there. Coach will be there. Brandon, you're more than welcome to come, but I'm sure you probably are busy. But if you're not, please come.
Definitely.
Okay, and we'll have our stickers there. What else?
Stuff.
Stuff will be there as well.
I'm going to clear off my mantle.
Oh.
And everyone can just reach in a bag and pull something out.
So
Tom's granny panties will be there on Saturday.
If you got this podcast off of iTunes, please go to mytomandjeff.com for the information about Bobby's. And all this week, I know this is Tuesday, but all this week leading up to the podcast on Saturday, if you go into Bobby's place, mention Thom and Jeff, you get a free beer. I mean, how nice is that? You're going to go drink 3 beers if you only have to pay for 2. That's a good day right there.
And Thom and Jeff is already coming out of your mouth, so why don't you call a few people today and just tell them about it?
Yeah, there's the last couple of times I've been into Bobby's, I couldn't even sit down before at least one person, if not 2 or 3, said, "Hey, aren't you Jeff?" One said, "Aren't you Thom?" And I almost swung at him. But they were like, "Hey, what happened to you guys? Where are you guys?" Or, "I love the podcast. I love the podcast." So I know fans of ours go there. So if you're already a regular there, or if you're thinking about going there, mention Thom and Jeff, get yourself a free beer. Nothing wrong with that, right?
Done and done.
And we want to thank Gadget Boy for putting all that stuff up on our temporary website.
Way to go,
Thank
Gadget
you.
Boy.
Mr. Boy.
He's been a huge help to us, and he's going to be here tomorrow to talk about the new iPhone, which is being announced today. We all good now?
I'm excited.
All right, let's do some emails then and get that done.
Okay. Listen up, mail call.
Well, let's read some emails, shall we?
I've got mail.
Mail call. Gather around, everyone.
You got mail, maggot.
Mail call, sir. Oh, the mail's in.
I got mail. Yay!
This is from Byron. Hey, Thom and Jeff, great to hear your show again. I learned about the podcast when I introduced myself to Jeff after the Blue October show at the pageant on Saturday. The reason I was there with my wife is because Saturday was our 5-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. And she got us tickets to the show. Believe it or not, I might have overlooked our 5-year anniversary. That's wrong.
Ooh, and he admitted it.
Cannot do that. And here's a way that I used to always remember back when I gave a crap about anniversaries and whatnot, is you take your the copy of the wedding, what is it called? The wedding contract now? No.
Certificate?
Yeah, there it is. Thank you. The certificate. And frame it and put it up in your house.
That way.
Oh, she will love that you did that. Oh, it's so sweet of you. That's so nice. Every time I walk by it, I'll remember our special day. And every time you walk by it, you check the fucking date. Never missed one. Back when it mattered. She goes on to, he goes on to say, she means the world to me and is way more than I deserve. I know you guys never gave shout outs on your previous show, so I doubt you'll do it now. However, it would really help me out if you could wish Katie a happy 5-year anniversary from Byron.
We don't do shout-outs.
So let's just talk about, should we do a shout out or not? Or, I mean,
if we were to tell Katie
happy 5-year anniversary from Byron,
we couldn't. That breaks all the rules.
Oh, credibility
Everything
just goes right out the
that we
window.
stand for goes right out the window.
So we're saying happy anniversary to
Katie from Byron. If we would do that sort of thing, but
Yeah,
we don't do that sort of thing.
no.
But you know, your frame thing gave me an idea. What if the girl tattooed the wedding date on her vagina?
Boobs. Oh, there you go.
So she has to let you see it more than once a
Every
year.
once in a while.
So you
Sure.
can remember the date.
Yeah.
I kind of like that idea.
Or get your John Thomas worked on.
You're down there on it. Honey, I see we're only a week away.
Ooh, don't put the menthol rub there.
So that's from Byron. He says, you guys FN rock. So again, happy 5-year anniversary from Katie to Byron. And special message to Katie. You know, he may have messed up, but he took the time to send us an email. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So go down on the guy just once. Right?
Right.
Getting a little loving.
Slap it up on your forehead and pretend it's a stick shift.
This is from Monica. Hey, I listened to your show.
Take your retainer out.
Done?
Yeah.
I listened to your show a day late, so I was just listening to Friday's podcast. My husband and I just bought a printer from Office Max that was on sale for $150. $100 when you recycle your old printer with them. And it has $5 black ink. It's a Lexmark Pro 901, and it's still on sale there this week if Thom still needs a printer.
Wow. Did you ever buy another printer, Thom?
No.
No. Because the one you got was pretty cheap that you bought, right?
Right, but I need the expensive kind.
You do?
Yeah.
How come?
Something with this laptop. I wasn't aware of it before I bought it.
Oh, because of the software on the laptop.
Yep.
Because was it the whole thing where you couldn't put the DVD or whatever it is to load the software? That's what it was?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you go back to the place where you bought the damn. Well, I guess you need the money first, right?
There's that.
Which tells us, again, we're going to Bobby's place on Saturday. Going to do the show from 6 to 7, 7 o'clock, game time for the Blues, and they'll get their first win of the season, right?
Fingers crossed, under an undefeated season.
Sports coming up. If anybody has ever purchased the ESPN, the magazine, The Body issue.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it is. And the new issue, or the people who are going to be in the new issue was announced yesterday, and I have that list. Also, Obama's in St. Louis today, and 3 things to make a cashier blush. We got another Jeebus, but let's do some celebrity wrap-up.
Quit surfing TMZ on the clock, douchebag. It's Celebrity Wrap-Up with Thom and Jeff.
Martin Scorsese's new documentary about George Harrison will be on tomorrow and Thursday on HBO. They called Harrison, I know you're a big Beatles fan, Jim.
Huge, love him so much.
They called him the quiet one. And here's something you might not have known. Did you know that he was such a fan, George Harrison?
Of the Thom and Jeff show?
No, Monty Python.
Oh, yeah.
That he pretty much mortgaged his house to pay for the damn film.
Really?
Life of Brian.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Brandon, are you a Beatles fan?
No.
No? That, you know what? It's really super surprising because it seems like every musician, every singer, anybody who's ever been in a band would give me so much trouble for not liking the Beatles. Are you kidding me, man? You know what they did for music? They changed the face of it. Fine. That doesn't mean I like them. Right?
Right.
Doesn't mean you got to go get the discography.
Yeah, Green Bay Packers, best team in football right now, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I mean, statistically.
Doesn't mean you like them, right?
Can't stand
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Green Bay, the Beatles are my Green Bay Packers.
There you go.
Yeah. I haven't seen this show yet. It's I think it's new, but it's called Hung. Has anybody seen this? Well,
Yeah,
I
great
know,
show.
I know Coach
I
has.
actually star in it.
Do you?
I'm the.
It's about a bunch of guys that put up drywall.
It's about one blind guy who thinks he's got a long pecker.
That is your life. I don't really know what it's about other than I think it's about male prostitutes. Is that right? Does anybody know?
Yeah, it's about male prostitutes.
Okay, well, there's a star in there named Thomas Jane. And,
Whoa.
yeah. And apparently every time he gets interviewed, people start talking about his dick. And boy, I tell you what.
That sucks, too. That gets old. Trust me. Just going to keep going with this. We're going to be at a bar
Hey, Coach,
Saturday.
are you gay for pay?
No.
Would you be gay for sight?
No, hell no.
No, you wouldn't take it in the rump just
No.
once so you could see?
No.
No.
I wouldn't want to do that. Are
Just
you kidding?
one time for a lifelong
Vision.
of sight. Vision, thank you.
For every one hot girl, there's 2 ugly ones. And let's face it, the view around this room can't be very
That's a good
special.
point,
so
yeah.
no, I'm not taking it up the ass.
All right, then.
For one.
All right, unplug his mic then.
That's why I came out today.
For this, right? So this
No,
time,
fuck him in the ass.
oh, nice.
He's a gay cowboy.
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Trailer.
You're really narrowing down your audience now. Speaking of, we talked that you used to be in a rock and roll band. When you changed to country, did you have to become racist, or were you already racist?
No, I was already racist.
Oh, good. Okay, fantastic. You want to go ahead and say you're not really racist?
No, yeah,
Okay,
I'm
good.
really not racist.
Okay, good. Everybody believed you. So anyway, the reason why I bring this guy up, this Thomas Jane from Hung, he is constant. Every time he's in an interview, it talks about his Johnson, because that's what the show's about and whatever. And he talked about, it's one thing to do this, another thing to talk about it in an interview with, I think it was Vanity Fair or something. When he first moved out to Hollywood, to Los Angeles, to try to become an actor, when he was 18 years old, he was so poor. I guess what he did in exchange for sandwiches.
Sex?
Uh-huh.
With girls or guys?
Guys.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The lead actor guy?
I don't know if he's the lead actor. His
I
name
think
is
he
Thomas
is.
Jane. I don't
think
know.
that's him.
Yeah, he said that he would not have the life he has right now if he wasn't experimenting with sandwiches earlier in the day.
Wow.
Made him far more confident in his relationships with guys, and apparently are girls and apparently guys as well. So he's all but saying he used to take it for sandwiches, and now he's bisexual.
Oh, he is.
Now,
He's admitted
I'm
that?
assuming so,
He
because
didn't realize that until he got a 50 in his back pocket.
right. Until it says here, until you've tasted the food, you don't know whether you'll like it or not, as my mom always said.
Oh, my
Oh.
God. That's just fucking. More
Did
power
anybody
to
see
him.
Breaking Bad?
I have never seen the show yet.
I have not.
What is it?
Breaking Bad on AMC. It's about no one watches the show.
Oh, have you seen it?
Well, the season finale or show finale starts.
Show finale, as in it's over?
Yeah, this is the last
Series
this is
finale.
the series finale.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. And
You got it.
thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
it.
goodness these are the free shows. Anyway, go ahead.
Nonetheless, critics are saying that this is the best season ever, and it's a great television show, and they're already getting the statues out for the entire cast. They say that they're just going to wipe up everything as far as Emmys go.
Question: if it's such a great show, why are they ending the run? It's only been on for a few years, right? Or has it not?
I think this is season 6 or 7,
God.
maybe.
Okay, I thought it was like 2 or 3.
Is it really been on that long?
I don't know. Well, maybe it's 4 or 5. I don't know, but it's been more than 3.
Well, I remember we did a promotional run with them at the radio station right before we quit there and decided to do this instead.
Oh, that's what happened.
And I'd never even heard of the show before until, the copy was put in front of me and they said, here, talk about this. I'd never even heard of it.
It's a good show.
6-ish years, huh? Wow. That's a pretty good run for a you
it costs
definitely get reruns.
like $3 million per episode they spend on that show.
Wow.
Really?
Just to produce it and film it and everything.
I can't imagine that is it. You think that's considered a lot? I mean, once you put the stars' salaries in there and everything? Like, where was it on AMC?
Yeah.
Okay, that's no NBC or Showtime, I guess, then. Or salary-wise is what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, so Cardinals are playing tonight. Obama is in town. It's going to be nuts downtown. Let's talk some sports.
It's time for the bench warming 2-minute drill from the bleachers on the back 9 extra innings. Touchdown. Sports.
All right, Coach, are we going back to Philly, or is it over in St. Louis?
Well, you better hope it's over in St. Louis. I don't care if Chris Carpenter's going to the mound on full rest on Friday or not. It's going to be awful tough to win that Game 5 in Philadelphia.
How do you feel about game number 3 today with Garcia?
Garcia, and I don't know the exact numbers, but what is it? He's given up like 1 run and
I can tell you.
15,
I got it here.
Do
You want to
have
read it
right here?
You want to read
Yeah,
it?
let me read that. I'll let you do the honors here, even though I'm the
It's a
supposed
brand new
sports
ink
guy.
cartridge, so you might be able to feel it. It says Garcia was 2-1 against the 102-win Phillies this season, 1.20 ERA. In 4 career starts and 6 appearances, he's never allowed Philly more than 1 run at a time.
And his ERA is more than 2 runs lower at home
That's the other
than
thing.
it was on the road. And there's your key. And the last time, remember now, and of course we're doing this podcast. By the time it airs, the Cardinal game will have probably started.
Right.
But remember, the last time we faced Cole Hamels, Alan Craig and Albert Pujols hit one to the Liberty Bell.
Well, I can also tell you this. Oddly enough, left-handed hitters are batting .308 against him.
Yes.
And
the Phillies lineup's predominantly left-handed.
But that's okay because the Phillies have struggled from both sides. Ryan Howard batting .167 against Garcia. Jimmy Rollins, .091.
Wow.
Shane Victorino, .222. Chase Utley is an 0 for 6.
I don't like Utley at all.
You don't?
Well, what's wrong with
dude,
Utley?
I don't like almost gay for him.
Is it
Really?
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Sorry.
I don't like him at all.
Why?
I don't
feel
know.
better.
Oh, he's got a sweet swing. You don't like him because he's on the other team?
I think so. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I look at him. I think asshole.
He goes 4 for 4 today. I'm blaming you.
Yeah. Placido Polanco, who's a Cardinal killer, 182 against
And that is big.
Jaime
as well
Garcia.
as he hits the Cardinals. Hunter Pence, what is he?
200.
200. There you go. So, I mean, you have to like the Cardinals' chances today. Edwin Jackson would go tomorrow. You look at Oswalt's better. Roy Oswalt's the better pitcher. But if we're up 2-1, I think the momentum carries us to the 4-game victory.
And
But
I like Edwin Jackson at home, too.
I do too.
Or I should say I like the fact that Roy Oswalt is pitching in St. Louis because he doesn't do well in St. Louis.
No, I would much rather have him going in St. Louis than Philadelphia.
Very odd start time today too at 4:07.
Well, when TBS and TNT have all these games, I mean, the start times in the first round are always a little weird. You've got one at they've been starting in the Yankee Tiger series, which is on the East Coast, or Eastern time zone at 8:30.
Right.
Eastern time.
And
So-
the Yankees are about ready to get knocked out of it. How
Yeah,
nice
that
is
is
that?
sweet.
That is
Well,
lovely.
The Yankees are about to go.
Yeah.
Mark it down. Today will be the last game of the 2011 season for the New York Yankees. You could take a poll of 100 Yankee fans and ask them if they wanted A.J. Burnett on the mound at all in the postseason. 101 of them would say no.
Right.
I mean, somebody else would jump in and say, no.
The only reason why I would like the Yankees to still be in it is to have a Yankees Cardinals World Series. How great would that
would
be?
Oh, Fox would love it. Your boy Joe Buck.
You know, the two teams that have won the most World Series going head to head, I think would be pretty cool.
Let's get through Philadelphia before we start taking that.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying.
Little sip of Kool-Aid, Cardinal Nation.
I don't have Philly in my rearview mirror just yet. Is that dangerous?
You actually got to beat them first.
ESPN, the magazine's body issue, it comes out, I think this is the third issue of it, and it's both male and female athletes posing nude, and they have, like, if it's a soccer player, they'll have a soccer ball over their schwants and whatever, but you get a great look at their body, everything except for, the boobs and the vag or the twig and berry, something like that.
And it's not like they put ugly people up there anyway.
Oh, no. At least one surprising person. Did you see the list yet?
I haven't.
There's at least one surprising person on here, and that would be on the male side. So we'll start with the males. Jose Reyes from the Mets, the NBA's Blake Griffin, and here's the one that's really odd to me. Number 39 from your St. Louis Rams, Steven Jackson.
Wow.
How crazy is that? That's a little weird to me.
Jackson's going to be half naked in ESPN.
Well, he's probably going to be all naked with a football right down there is what I'm thinking. At least that's what I hope. I mean, I don't care at all. But if you follow him on Twitter, he like 50% of his tweets are like Bible verses. So, and then he's going to go pose nude, I'm sure.
Jackson would tell you that he is just celebrating the body that the good Lord gave him. And all his talents for all to see.
Speed skater Apollo Ono is going to be there. NHL player Ryan Kessler. There's a UFC fighter named John Jones. Helio Castroneves. Snowboarder Louis Vito. Boxer Sergio Martinez. Okay, so there's all the dudes. Well,
I was about to say, did you pick up a Playgirl?
Well, I wanted to throw out the ones you'd be interested in.
Jeff hasn't quite made it to the females yet.
Right.
He's
Alicia Sacramone, who is a gymnast.
Hey,
doer.
There's a picture of her. Sorry, Coach, but there you go. There's a picture of her.
Fuck starter head.
Hey. Wow.
Scotty, for God's sakes.
Didn't know you had a recorder at my family reunion. Snowboarder Gretchen Bleeler.
Doer.
Yeah. Oh, you've never seen her, have you?
Doer.
You didn't answer my question. Have you ever seen her?
I do her.
Have you ever seen her?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Coach, have you ever?
It doesn't matter.
I'm saving the best one for last. The WNBA's Sylvia Fowles. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I'd let Coach do her.
Fowles is a really bad name for an NBA player of any kind.
LPGA rookie Belen Mozo, BELENBO or MOZO. I don't know who that is. Track and field star Natasha Hastings. Female hockey player Julie Chu. Tennis player Vera Zaranova. Surfer Steph Gilmore. Tattooed roller derby player Susie Hot Rod. Bowler Kelly Kulik. And you ready for the last one? You ready for this, Tom? You've been in the same room with this person a couple of times.
Hope Solo?
Soccer goalie Hope motherfucking Solo is going to be a little naked for us, which is good for us. Thank you very much.
She is good looking.
Yeah. It's the third annual body issue, and I don't know when it goes on stands, but who gives a crap?
It's going to be crazy downtown this afternoon with the 407 Cards game at Busch. And then President Obama will also be in town this afternoon.
And doesn't his speech, isn't it at 4 o'clock?
He's got a pair of fundraisers, including a reception at the Renaissance Grand that begins an hour after the first pitch of today's game.
This is why I'm saying they have an announcement, but I wonder if he's going to throw out the first pitch.
Wow, yeah.
That's
at
me
that.
thinking what my noggin.
Yeah.
And then Tom Carnahan is hosting a $25,000 a plate dinner over at his place with the president.
Yeah, I got a pair of tickets to that.
What?
Just in case he wants seconds.
Do you think you can do like a flex pay on that? You know,
who's got that kind of cash?
If I have $150 to put down on this, can I just pay it off over a year?
Which got me thinking with the toast. I mean, those are some expensive toasted raviolis.
Sure.
I mean, you're not going to pay that at Ted Drew's.
No, I wouldn't think.
But speaking of those two
not
particular
be
food items, and we kind of touched on this yesterday with the Chicago pizza and everything.
Right.
With the toasted ravioli and the Ted Drew's. Yeah, toasted ravioli is good.
Right.
Yes, Ted Drew's is good. But I think that's another one of those things that I don't know that we should be like going, yippee, we got the best, and this is what you... I mean, it's good.
Right.
But it's nothing to hold your hat on.
Well, I know the Ted Drew's thing, having lived not too far from one for 7 years, the Ted Drew's thing is more about the experience of going there. It's not, if you got it home delivered or you just bought it at the grocery store, it's not going to be half. It's like White Castle. You buy them at the grocery store, it's not going to be as good. It's the whole experience of going there, standing in line, seeing somebody that sort of thing.
Let me try yours. You can try mine.
Right, exactly. I mean, if it's just getting it from wherever, I'm not a big frozen yogurt fan anyway, but there's a place in, I don't know if it's technically Clayton or not, Clarkson and Clayton Road right by Genghis Grill. It's called Orange Leaf.
Okay.
Oh, damn. It's like this new, I don't know how new the idea is, but you walk in and they just have the taps, the frozen yogurt taps on the wall with what flavors they are, and you just get a cup and you go to town with your frozen yogurt and your toppings, and they weigh it when you're done, and that's how much you pay.
Wow.
It's fantastic. No, I don't think they have any bratwurst.
No bratwurst?
I'd like a chocolate with bratwurst sprinkles. Got that?
I want to walk in and go, do you have a cheese sandwich of some sort? No, it's frozen yogurt.
I'm having fun over here.
What is there any sort of menu of what's going to be there or anything?
They didn't list a menu, but of course they're going to probably be shutting down highways left and right. And then you got, 50,000 people plus?
Yeah.
Well, I heard last night that you pretty much better be downtown at 1 o'clock.
Jesus.
If you're going to the 4 o'clock game, you better be at least where you want to be parked, whatever, at 1.
Yeah, and Julie works right down the street from Busch Stadium, and they let everybody go early.
Oh,
so you get the hell out.
I would too. That place is going to be crazy. I wonder what tickets are going to be going for, scalper wise.
That's one of the reasons why I couldn't stand working in a place like where she does, because it's like, okay, everybody wear your Cardinal gear tomorrow. Everybody wear your Cardinal shirts tomorrow. And she's running around the stores last night looking for a Cardinal shirt. All because she was told, wear a Cardinal shirt tomorrow. Show your spirit.
Show your spirit.
You wear a Cardinal shirt, you can wear jeans. Okay. Good. Thanks.
Damn it, I'd piss on a spark plug if I thought it'd do any good.
How does it make you feel that the entire office is looking at your wife's ass today in jeans?
I'm okay with that.
You're all right with that?
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a quick audible here.
Yeah.
You guys know Amanda Knox was found not guilty, I guess it was, on appeal.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah,
Let her go.
On appeal. And if you've seen have you seen the pictures of the apartment that they found the dead body in?
Yeah.
It looks like somebody
It's a
took a bunch
bloodbath.
of ketchup and just squirted it all over.
It's a bloodbath.
But unfortunately, it was blood.
That since grade school.
And I think that's part of the testimony. I'm not sure. But it was all about like sex and orgies and sex play, asphyxiation, and all and she's hot too. Have you seen her?
Oh yeah,
Holy
she is
cow.
something else. I'd like to put my finger in her butthole.
Right.
All right, I am completely out of the loop. I do not know who Amanda Knox is.
Amanda Knox is an American student who went to Italy to study, and they're all hanging out in Italy, and she's got an English roommate, and her English roommate go out on the town, and they're drinking and they're doing whatever they do.
How long has she been over there that she's
she was
been
in
locked
prison
down?
for 4 years. She was only in Italy, I think, a little less than a year before she got arrested, and they arrested like the one of the guys that used to work at the club that Amanda Knox works for, and he's already sitting in jail because they found his DNA all over the joint.
Oh,
and
gosh.
then they said that they had Amanda Knox's DNA, but it turns out, oops, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't have anything from her after holding her all this time.
Right, and they pretty much admitted the fact. So she just, spent 4 years in an Italian prison, and
The fuck guys like you in prison.
and just totally threw me off.
And there was witnesses for the prosecution that were known heroin addicts, that were like professional witnesses, things to that sort. So you know who Casey Anthony is, right, Coach?
Oh, yes.
Amanda
Okay.
Knox.
I'm sorry.
So out of the two of them, which one gives you more street cred if you do?
Casey, but I'd still rather do Amanda.
See,
Knox.
I disagree. I think Amanda Knox gives you more street cred if you do her because, I mean, she killed it, or she didn't, but in her situation, there was an adult that was killed during a supposed orgy and
She
sex
wasn't even
romp and
there.
stuff. She was still. Do you know that for sure? That she wasn't involved?
Yeah, I do.
Knox
There
sounds
was
familiar.
there was no. That's why she's flying home to Seattle today or yesterday.
So
or
Casey Anthony's out because she didn't kill her kid?
different story.
No.
Yeah.
How do you figure?
Well, talking about a party girl who went out and did as she wanted to do. And
So far, you're talking about two of the same people.
her baby became an issue, so the baby is no longer. If
Right.
you want to go if you want to go that way with it, or you can go the other way that she had nothing, or she really didn't know what was going on, and the father is abusive, and the father did it, and the father took the child, and she was in on it. Or you can go that way.
But my point is, two hot girls, somebody's dead. We still don't know who killed either one of them, right?
We know that. Well, all right. I'm following. I get your logic.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I can see both sides of the thing. But you know, if you go on looks, I'd go Amanda Knox probably,
hands down.
But if you go on who's freakier in bed,
Amanda,
probably Casey Anthony.
You haven't read too much on Amanda.
I don't know,
Knox.
man. I got to go with Amanda. Just
Amanda-
from what you guys told me over the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that she liked to drugs, she liked to drink.
So far, we have so much in common.
And probably she liked the finger in her butt.
You think so?
I think so.
That's circumstantial evidence, though, Tom. I don't know if you can bring that up or not.
Is it true, Miss Anthony, that you in fact did take a pinky in your butt?
Now, what does that have to do with the case? I'm just asking for myself. I don't know.
I wanted to know.
Scott, what do you think? Where would you go? Amanda Knox or Casey Anthony?
Richie, would you do me a favor and eat my pussy for me?
Either one.
Okay, good.
How about both?
How about both at the same time? Now, that would be country, wouldn't
I
it?
want some Kevlar condoms.
Amanda Knox seems like she's like girl next door, sort of.
She's pretty hot, though.
Yeah, but she's hot. Of course, she's also been locked up for 4 years, too.
Right.
Just think what's going to happen when she gets back here and you see her all made up.
Well, she's going to have to shave herself first. I'm sure they don't let her shave it down there during
Did you see
time.
the little
I know, right?
hats that the Italian police wear, the little light blue, whatever the hell?
Yeah, how can you be tough with one of those on?
I think they look cool. I want one.
Well, there you go. That just justified the fact that I think they look a little gay because you want one. I'm just saying, if you were a cop walking around with one of those, can you really... Hey, come here, son. Hey, nice hat. How long you got to wear that until you win the bet?
All right, well, you can say the same thing about the state trooper hats.
I wouldn't, though, if I was you.
No, I never have.
Speaking of hats, are you from New England? Are you a big Patriot fan?
I was born and raised in New England.
Okay, so you're still a fan?
I'm not from New England.
Oh, you're not? Hell, I don't. Shit. I thought I
just
believed
love.
you.
He'd have a little bit different of an
You
accent.
can hear
I
that
think.
New England accent come out, can't you?
I forgot. So I forgot to tell you, Coach, since you got your Cardinal shirt on.
Phillies. He's got a Phillies jersey.
I'm sorry,
now.
Phillies.
Damn it.
I do have some Cardinal red on today, Tom. You've seen these already, but check them out, everybody.
Whoa, I'm.
Wait a minute. If you're showing me your underwear, I'm not turning around.
Oh,
socks.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Wait for it. Keep looking.
Bright red are. Oh, they even have the Cardinal. Oh, wow.
And they go up literally to my knees.
I think Dotel should wear those on the mound.
Nice.
I think he has.
He wears his socks so high, man.
He looks like a client. He looks like Ronald McDonald or something like that.
I don't know, man. I just, I'm not a huge baseball fan. I mean, I am only when it gets like tight race, all that stuff.
Sure.
But watching Dotel over the past, couple weeks, last month and a half, he's damn good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, he was a good pickup when we got him in July.
I've never seen him really blow anything.
Right.
I mean,
What?
Well, that,
you know what I mean.
What? I've
never seen
you
him
don't
blow
know
a
what
game.
goes on in the clubhouse.
Especially when Joe Buck's in town.
Fernando Tatis comes in as a guest speaker.
Just a bit outside.
If you will pull up that DonLapree.com, I'm guaranteeing you when you see this guy's picture,
You'll know who he is.
You'll know exactly who he is. He's the guy that was the late night TV pitchman for the greatest vitamin in the world. And he also was, this is the one that everybody will know him by, that guy who all you got to do is place tiny little ads in newspapers and you can make a gazillion dollars. Everybody remember that guy? Well, he's dead. He
due to his own doing.
Yeah, he was found dead in his jail cell on Sunday, and he had been he was awaiting trial on charges of defrauding at least 220,000 people out of nearly $52 million.
That's how he could afford that nice house. Right, you were looking at, Scott, and boom, boom.
Prosecutors accused him of selling worthless vitamins that could not live up to their advertising claims. He was found dead in his cell, and Sunday morning. His trial was scheduled to begin on Tuesday. As of this printing, it says death remains under investigation, but other things that I saw, they said it was an apparent suicide. 47 years old, 41 counts of conspiracy, mail fraud, wire fraud, and promotional money laundering in connection with this company, the greatest vitamin in the world. Now, read what's on his website, donlapre.com, Scotty.
Okay, you want me to read this
Yeah.
top thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Never stop dreaming. I tried to create the best product on earth, paid out millions, made very little trying to make it a success. Had attorneys review my entire company, paid out millions in refunds, tried to make the commission and products better every single year. And in spite of all that, I have been accused of something I did not do. I did not have the perfect company, but never once did I allow one thing to be done that would violate any law. Nevertheless, because the majority of the people did not make money, in spite of every one of them being able to make as many as $1,000 checks as they wanted, I am left to fight a battle that will for sure destroy what energy I have left inside. I hope the pictures below motivate you to take a chance in life and try to do the impossible. It did not work out for me with my vitamins, but I believe that
Apparently not.
that being willing to fail is part of having a chance at success. Never stop dreaming, and for all those who sent me testimonials of what you did because of some of my help, I am grateful I made a small difference in your life.
DL, Don Laprigue, leaves his email address, and then you see pictures of, I guess it's either his house or clients' houses, and I keep scrolling down.
Look at his bathroom, Jesus.
It's an awesome house. Looks on the beach and doesn't have really any doors. It's just everything's open so the breezes can fly right up here. But
now this is where it gets sad at the bottom. There's pictures of him and his kids. And then keep scrolling. Then he's got a picture of a letter that his kid wrote to him. Or read that real quick.
That's not a real.
I was understanding there'd be no math.
Okay. Well, it's basically a love letter from his kid to him saying how great he is.
My dad is the best dad in the world. He's always the first.
It's a poem.
Do you want me to read it or?
Nah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's kind of long, but you see my point. And then he goes and then he gets taken to jail. He's going to court and he kills himself. It just, I mean, it sucks because, like we were talking yesterday, it just sucks when you leave 3 little kids behind, and I'm assuming a wife. I don't know.
I mean, if you're going to make a decision like that, you got to think of if you have kids or how your friends and family are going to react to something.
He might have really felt like he wasn't doing anything wrong, and that just broke his spirit too.
But
who the fuck knows?
I guess it broke his spirit. But my whole thing is, if I didn't do anything wrong, I'm going to fight it, and I'm not going to off myself if I literally really didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but you can take your mind into a different place. Especially when you're in jail, and if he's used to living like that, you can talk yourself right off the ledge, damn near. I mean, the mind's a powerful thing.
Yeah, I don't know how long he's been in jail. I guess after a while being in jail, he's only been in jail since June 23rd. So not like it's been forever or anything.
Yeah, but he knew what he was facing, and it sounds like it. He was going to be the guy that was going to take the fall for everybody,
right?
Even if he thinks that he didn't do anything wrong.
Oh my God! The cops found him when he failed to appear a day earlier for his arraignment. He had been sleeping inside of a gym locker room. That's a little different than those houses over there.
Just a bit.
Oh, you know what? And speaking of, did you guys read, if you haven't yet, look at stltoday.com, the gory details of Ray Vinson's divorce?
Oh, they're brutal.
Oh, my God.
Those two went back and forth like nobody's business.
Can I throw out a name that got involved? Heidi Fleiss.
Really?
Hello.
Wow. With the Vinsons?
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's a really, and I almost printed it out for the show today, but it's so convoluted. You know how our attention span isn't really all that good,
We got a little bit of the ADDs.
You know what ADD stands for? Attention disorder. Hey, look, something shiny. It was attention deficit, isn't it? Damn
it's
it.
attention deficit. Let's ride bikes.
So Vince started a mortgage company when he was young, when he was quite younger, and then it went bankrupt. And then he started the Vincent Mortgage Group, made a gazillion dollars, met her. He'd already been married and divorced with 3 kids. Met her, and I'm sure I'm going to screw up the particulars, but they fell in love. They get married. The company just goes through the roof with gazillions of dollars that they're making. And then Ray starts being that guy who has a lot of money, and he started doing all the gambling.
Did I say that?
I don't know what that means. Gambling, boozing, and
I take that back.
Ray's going to have you killed, just so you know. So he is in Vegas, and he meets a girl, and they have dinner, and he goes up to her room with her, and he goes somewhere to buy something. I forget exactly what it was. When he comes back, he goes to knock on the door to open the door, and he overhears her inside on her phone saying, yeah, he's really rich. I think I can take him for $10,000. And it all comes around to Mrs. Vinson hired a private detective to try to figure out whether or not he was cheating on her. And then they went to Heidi Fleiss and said, hey, I got a girl for you. They paid her husband $50,000. And I mean, it's ridiculous.
Holy shit.
Wow, it's and Mrs. Vinson, Ray's wife, hired this private detective and then fell in love with him. Yeah, they're together to this day.
They fought over that. They fought over that phone number too, and it wasn't. Yeah. She has a 9999 phone number, I think.
She has the old one.
She's got the
original
old one. Yeah, and he's got the new one.
He's got the 839-9999. And the whole thing is, the reason why it came out today is when the divorce decree first was signed by the judge, he gave basically everything to her because she had all this evidence saying he cheated on me. I have people testifying that he beat me up and that he does drugs and he's a drunk and blah, blah, blah. Well, Ray said, that's not right. It's not right. It's not right. And Ray finally got the judgment back against her, and he's getting a shit ton of his money back, plus his reputation back. He wasn't a perfect person, but he wanted to make sure everybody knew that at least, if nothing else, he didn't beat women, and he was set up.
Yeah, I heard he kind of runs a little bit of a, if you work for the man, that he's not the most pleasant to work for.
I've absolutely never met the guy at all.
I've never met him either. I just
he and Tony La Russa are good friends.
Yes, they are.
He and Bernie Federico are good friends.
I think they're advertising on our website next week.
Are they? On our website?
GoSeeRay.com.
839-99.
They don't call the old number.
No, that would be bad.
You will get a pissed off bitch.
Sounds like a great website. PissedOffBitch.com. We have what? We have talked. Tom and I have done this in the past where we have these, and I talked to Scotty about this briefly last night. Weird tendencies, weird things that we do on a daily basis. That if they were out there on the table, some of them you just go, really, you do that? Other things would be kind of embarrassing. Like I told Scott one last night that I think is going to have legs around here. Don't you think? I think so.
Yes.
So Brandon, is there anything off the top of your head like
habits?
Every night before I go to bed, I have to have a glass of milk and a Suzy Q and Little Debbie's. You used to be 4 double stuffed Oreo
I was about to say, you changed your routine there.
Well, because after I lost all the weight, to put the weight back on, I found that these have more calories.
Gotcha.
But I literally cannot sleep unless I have Suzy Q's and Little Debbie's and a glass of milk.
It used to be 4, only 4 double stuffed Oreos. And not 3.
Not 3.
Not 5.
Not regular stuff.
Double stuffed 4.
And not the mint ones. It had to just be the normal ones, because she tried, oh, look, it's St. Patrick's Day. You want the green one? No.
All right, toothpaste.
Toothpaste. When I brush my teeth, I squirt the toothpaste on my tongue and not on my toothbrush. And she when she sees it, she hates it, obviously, for hygiene purposes. I don't know. Not really sure.
She makes out with you.
You're getting your tongue clean.
No, she doesn't really make out with me, Scott.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not all that much.
And I'll just go down my list that I thought of last night. The squirt lip stuff, the Carmex stuff, the Vaseline kind of stuff. I have to put that on my lips before I go to sleep, or I'll be up all night. If I'm on a trip somewhere and I forget it, I swear to God, if I'm on a trip somewhere and I forgot it, I have to go buy it.
He assumes that we all have OCDs too.
Right.
I'm loving it. Go ahead.
I'm really bad about watches. I've actually left to go to work before, and when I realized I didn't have a watch, I stopped at Target and bought one.
So you're OCD?
No, I'm not. Absolutely not OCD. I take like 12 to 15 pills a day, and I have to take them in a certain order, but I don't think that's a big deal, is it?
Well, I mean, do you have to take it just because you might get sick taking them another way? Or
No.
You're just.
You can't take the blue one before the pink one.
That could be a memory thing too. You know, you could be taking them. Okay, remember to take
Don't
that
let
one,
them off the
that
hook.
one, that one.
No, that's OCD.
And
I think it's OCD.
And the last one, and I will share with everybody, and Tom, I don't think you know this one.
This is good.
This is the one that might have legs. Is that I... God.
Come on.
You can tell you can tell that I haven't heard this one because
he's struggling.
He
with
doesn't
it.
get like this. I get like that. He doesn't get like
This is going to sound a little gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, Coach, but it's really good for you, and it works out really well for me if you use the shower gel stuff as opposed to a bar of soap. Especially, I use shower gloves.
Shower gloves?
You got like loofah gloves?
Yeah.
Oh my!
They're just
God.
you see them in the
If you use the gel, I can understand.
But I used them long before I started using the gel because you just put the soap in your hand and just like you have in your hand, and all you got to do is just run over your body with the gloves, and you're exfoliating and cleaning at the same time.
See, that one I don't find all that crazy. Believe it or not.
Well, I thought that was the one that you'd be bringing up 6 months from now.
No, I
Wherever it is.
exfoliate. I use products. I moisturize.
Sure. No, see, I don't moisturize a whole lot. Sometimes in the summer I do.
Do you
I
use a
have to 'cause of my
washcloth or your
ball.
hand, Tom?
How does that? How do they work out on your dick?
It's actually
It's like jerking off with grade 5 sand.
Right.
That's what I was kind of wondering.
You have to kind of pat a little bit. You know what I mean? It's the front and the back because the beehole it gets a little rough too.
Tom
Especially
and
when
Jeff
mine.
shower gloves.
I like it.
Tom, Jeff, right, left. Tom and Jeff shower.
Tom and, along with your Tom and Jeff sticker, you can get your Tom and Jeff shower glove.
I'm
like
patenting that motherfucker right now.
Use the Jeff for your boobs, please. For me. What about you?
If I wake up in the morning and I don't have a huge eye booger, I am extremely disappointed.
It just ruined your day.
It really is like, damn it, I didn't grow any.
That's like on a regular basis you have them?
Every morning, the first thing I go is like, please let me have one. And if there's a big one in there, I squeeze it in until it like hurts almost, and I rip it out.
What do you collect them? What do you do?
I thought about putting them all in a jar. I just
With a
shake.
scab.
I just shake like a Brandon looking at me like I'm some kind of freak. I love eye boogers. I
nothing wrong
love
with
them.
that.
If I could grow them, I love zits.
Oh,
Like I like popping my own zits. Oh, the problem is I'd love to get one of those pop that zits, but I don't. Have,
You know, there's an app for that. It's called Pimple or something.
but I don't have the. You want to go to the pop that zit?
No, I wanted you to go to our Facebook page. Can you pull that up or not?
Here, I'll get you on where you can, so you probably can do it.
I'm
better.
not sure if it was on mine or the show's, but somebody sent a link to somebody getting some sort of boil on their back popped.
Oh.
And it was totally right up your alley. So let me.
I would love to have one of those. The problem is the first thing I see, I gotta go attack it. I can't let it grow.
Right.
But if I could like create
Let
a
it
farm,
fester.
like a farm of zits, I would love that. That'd be awesome. I once had one. Had one on my waistline. I mean, and it was like an ingrown hair. I went, holy cow, look at that! And I squoze it. And the thing shot out and hit the mirror. I was like, kick ass. Look at that.
Too bad nobody was around to see that.
And then you gotta go digging for the kernel on your zit. Because if you don't get the kernel out, it's just gonna grow back.
Oh, God, I'm going to throw the fuck out.
Well, he likes that too.
When I was a kid, I used to pick the dead skin off of the bottom of my feet and chew on it.
Oh, God, you did not.
I don't do it. When I was a kid, I did it, but I don't do it anymore.
Oh, my.
Now that you're an adult, you do it to kids.
No, I love children.
Oh,
and their dead skin of their feet.
No, I don't like children's dead skin.
What about anybody else in the room? Scotty, you got anything that you thought of?
I'm thinking. No, I really
here it
don't.
is.
I mean, no, nothing. My wife would probably know what it is, but she's never mentioned it. You know what I mean?
Nothing like you, no routine at all. Oh, the other thing is I cut my fingernails like 6 times a week. And
if he doesn't have nail clippers, he'll flip
I
out.
always have nail clippers with me wherever I go.
Do you really?
Yeah.
See, I like to clip. I used to bite my nails. Now I clip them. So that's
Coach, what about you?
I like to masturbate immediately following each podcast. That has become a quirk of mine.
Oh, my
If
God.
I don't rub one out and have semen all over my fist within 20 minutes of the podcast ending, my day's shot.
I guess the one that really would stand out for me, and this is a normal one for a lot of people, I got to have sound when I'm sleeping.
Oh, I got you too.
I cannot sleep when it's dead ass quiet.
You gotta have a fan going,
yes,
or radio
preferably
on.
a fan on me.
Yeah,
when I sleep.
I do that.
And if there ain't no fan, if I'm staying the night somewhere and there's no fan, I put one of my earbuds in to fall asleep. It's too quiet. I can't. That's probably my biggest one.
That would drive me nuts.
Does anybody here have a YouTube account? Like, because this thing is so bad, it's on the adult version, and you have to sign in.
You got to sign in for YouTube
for this particular video, yeah. Because some videos that are more adult in nature, you have
you
to
don't want
sign
your
in.
7-year-old going on it.
Huh?
What are we looking at?
Huge abscess extraction.
Nice. Let me see this
Look
bad
at
boy.
Look at the still picture.
Oh, look at that thing.
Let
It's
me
like a
see.
home operation thing.
That's it right there.
I don't know if I want to watch this thing here.
Is there audio to that? Because I think
Click on that.
I think I've heard.
You for a username and password. Because this will be, I mean, the audio of us reacting to it will be phenomenal.
Oh my God! I don't know if I want to watch this.
I do.
You don't have to watch.
You don't have to
Tom will
watch, but I watch it.
Coach will watch.
All right, here we go.
I've actually heard this.
Here we go.
Can you pull up the audio or no?
Extraction.
Yeah, if it has audio, it'll.
Okay. Here we go.
It should come.
Awesomely gross, it says.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, look at that thing. It's like a golf ball under his skin. Oh! Oh no! Oh yeah! She punctured the skin and it squirted out like my. Holy cow, that thing had some action. Now she's wiping it off her arm. She must love that.
she's wiping it off her arm?
Yeah.
Oh!
Let me see if it's toothpaste inside or if it's runny goo.
Oh man, she's like gnawing at that.
What is she using to bust this
She's
thing?
got like a. Holy cow! It's like ice cream. It's like ice cream paste frosting.
Ow! Orange leaf. Ow! Scotty's grabbing the trash can.
Oh no! Oh, holy cow! That's the most I've ever seen. Oh my God! How do you? It's gotta smell like cheese. See, now little strawberry shortcake's coming out. Oh, there's more. Wow. The sack on that thing has got to be huge.
All right, can we?
All right, so you can turn it off. That's fine. See, I'm fascinated with that stuff. I love that
Kind of
stuff.
tell. Just my eyes are
It
watering.
looked like easy cheese coming out of there.
Yeah, like the aerosol cheese that you get. That's exactly what it looked like. The,
I'm
the
literally,
Swiss kind.
I'm literally fucking nauseous.
Whoa.
Oh fuck!
Usually it's me the one that's barfing all over the place. I love that stuff.
We have to. I'll put the it's on my Facebook page, but I'll put the link up on Twitter, Jeff1057. I'll put the link up on Twitter and back up on my Facebook page so you guys can watch what we do.
It's called huge abscess extraction. Pimple zit mega cyst popping.
We gotta watch something from Finding Nemo or something to get that out of
Oh, how about those Cardinals?
The three things will definitely, it'll make you think of something else.
Let's
at
do
least.
that then.
1, 2, 3 items you buy. Together they might make the cashier cry. Maybe a cantaloupe lube and electric toothbrush. It's 1, 2, 3 things to make a cashier blush.
Oh my God.
I got panty liners with extra wide flaps, flip flops, and a cucumber.
That's good.
Yeah.
Brandon, these are just three things. Like if you brought them up to the cashier, the cashier in her mind would be like, "What the hell? Why has he got these three things?" Got it? Okay, here we go. You all right?
Oh,
A scalpel, some gauze, and some cheese crackers.
Let's see here. Okay, soft tortilla shells, bacon, and X-Lax. Why the hell does he...
Gerbil food, a foot powder, and nail clippers.
Spray cheese, double-headed dildo, and some fishing line.
Pink shorts, Nutella, and one jalapeno.
Just one.
Just one.
Pop Rocks, pure grain alcohol, and a funnel.
Slab of ribs, a drill bit, and hemorrhoid cream.
A condom, a needle, and red Jell-O mix. Why the hell does he...
Sudafed, a 2-liter bottle of soda, and soft socks.
My last one, an egg timer, a lighter, and a wire coat hanger.
That's how you
Just
play
in
three
case.
things to make a cashier blush.
Just in case.
You hear about another Roman Catholic priest?
Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Another Jeebus story?
Another Jeebus story.
Whether you're into Jesus, Muhammad, the Buddha, Xenu, Orion, whatever, let's talk about Jeebus.
How do you spell relief? J-E-S-U-S.
It's time to talk about Jeebus.
76-year-old Catholic priest Raymond Kawanaki.
Kawanaki? Is he from Japan?
No, I would imagine that's a little Polish or Eastern European. I'm going
Father
with.
Kanaki.
He's 76. He lives in a South St. Louis retirement home, thanks to the Archdiocese of Belleville for placing him there. And he was put there, because he's been accused of touching young altar boys.
He's a kid toucher.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they've already paid out several, I think a couple different suits, one at $6.3 million, the other at $1.2 million. And now... there's another guy coming out who's saying, oh, yeah, this guy touched me as well. Now, they're saying that the statute of limitations don't really apply here because the guy didn't remember it until just recently.
There's been cases in the past where the statute of limitations start when the person remembers it, when it comes up from their subconscious.
Also,
so that's what his case is.
A former housekeeper also accused him of raping, beating, and performing an abortion on her in the late 70s.
An abortion. This is a Catholic priest that is killing something. Think about that for a second.
When the Post-Dispatch tried to reach him on Monday, he answered in a blue plaid shirt and asked about the new case, quote, I don't care, it doesn't bother me, and refused to say anything more as he shut the door.
So this is a priest that when you out there go to church on Sunday and the plate's passed around and you put $1 in or $5 in or you're tithing or whatever, guess what you're doing? You're paying this fucker's electric bills.
You're putting this guy up.
Yeah. That's the thing that gets to me.
I don't understand how the Catholic Church can justify doing this.
And
I just don't even, it doesn't even make sense.
And are they trying to justify it?
Well, they are justifying it by paying out-of-court settlements.
They
right?
paid 6.3 and 1.2 already. Now he's going to get sued for another one. And I'm assuming the diocese of Belleville put him up in this retirement home. I would think.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you. And he's not doing a damn thing. And he's 76 years old.
76 years old.
This is big business of the Catholic religion. Is all it is. When you're donating your money and you're doing all this is going to, in part, people like this. Now, having said that, okay, he has been accused of and found, you could say guilty because they did an out-of-court settlement a handful of times, right? Plus, he performed an abortion on a housekeeper. Now he's being accused again. And the Catholic Church is still putting him up, right? I guarantee he has no bills. I'm sure he doesn't pay his electric bill. I'm sure he doesn't go out and grocery shop. None of that stuff. Now, setting that aside, you and I worked with a guy one time who got busted for having sex with an underage girl, correct?
Yeah.
This girl said she was 18. Turned out she was 13. He was 29 at the time. He got fired immediately and went to jail for 3 years. And he's forever on the sex offender list. Who's the worst person here?
Well, obviously the
leaps
Catholic priest.
And bounds the
Yeah,
Catholic priest.
And then I'd say number 2 is the girl.
Our friend, right. Our friend is forever on the sex offender list. He's still working every single day for his life. The sex offender list thing is going to chase him his entire life. And the girl in court said to the judge that she lied about her age. She said, yeah, I told him I was 18.
And another thing with that, I think I remember correctly, is that the prosecutor, even at one point while this was going on, saying, listen, I wouldn't do this if the father wasn't so damn adamant of going after you. I mean, the father just wanted to rack him up.
Yeah, the judge said, I have to make an example of you.
Yeah.
And he did his time in jail, and they even said that if he did X amount of time, he could get out early just as a shock treatment and not be on the sex offender list. He did 3 years. He's still on the sex offender list. The guy's, probably 35 now, something like that?
Oh, he's older than that, I would
And
think.
to Coach's point, there's girls probably frolicking around, and she was no angel. She said she was 18. From what I heard, she was suspended from school a couple of times for throwing handies in the school.
There's a tie to that story. I mean, and I know who you're talking about.
Right.
But also the girl that did that is a next door neighbor of a very close friend of mine.
Really?
So all that happened across the street from his house.
Wow. That's nuts. And my whole point in bringing all that up is that this priest is out, having his home paid for, and he's done far worse things in this world than our friend.
Yeah, that's just fucked.
Yeah,
I mean, they need to get their shit together.
I would just like everybody who goes to church every Sunday, and when you put your little money in the basket, just think about that.
Oh, well, you're supposed to put money in there? I was taking it out.
You shouldn't have, because I got a couple, 2, 3.
I thought it was to make change so you can buy donuts from the men's club afterwards.
Brandon Holland is with us, and he is from, where are you from, brother?
From Alton, Illinois.
Alton, Illinois.
Fast Eddie's Bon Air.
Fast Eddie's Bon Air.
Here's what I find.
Wait, hold on, real quick. But just while we got Fast Eddie's up. Last time we were here, you said you might be going out there to play. Is that right?
I actually did a song there Sunday.
Sunday? How did it go?
It went well. It was people were receptive to it. So
awesome.
It's kind of a tough deal there. You got to have a horn and that. We actually had a saxophone player did a solo on "Man on the Moon" was the song that we did. And
nice.
His song, "Man on the Moon."
The other one's "Man in the Moon." I don't know if you knew that or not.
Or that's what I meant, "Man in a Moon."
I don't know. You told me that last week. I didn't know. But, I mean, I completely interrupted you. What were you going to say, Tom?
I was going to say that it's weird. To me, I found the story fascinating about Brandon, only for the fact that when Scotty played me the song, I thought he was a country guy, true blue. That's the way. Right. And I found out that he was in a rock band before, and that's where he...
Lead singer of Slapdash, right?
Yeah. Of Queen. It was Queen.
Did you like country before?
Country was the roots of me growing up, and it was just kind of, in St. Louis, there wasn't really a scene for that. And it
Which
was like
surprises me as well. How is there not a country scene?
Yeah, you're in the
St.
Midwest,
Louis?
and you don't have a country scene.
Because Nashville's so close, it kind of takes it over, I think.
What's the statistic on country stations?
Oh, it's like if a point... 105.7, the point type station, like an alternative or an active rock, there's like 74 in the country. Across the country with country music or country music stations, it's like 2,900.
Wow.
And they always said, at least, before I got a job in radio, they always said if you're a good radio personality that you could DJ for any type of music, it doesn't matter.
Right.
But I don't think I could work for a country radio station.
I did. I worked for country. I worked for light rock. I worked for classic rock. And it, if you like being in radio, you can do it wherever. And
I do like being in. That's not to say I don't know if the country station called me up and said, "Hey, you want to come work?" Or
yeah, you'd be like, "See you guys."
I gotta go. I gotta run.
Tom, I'm gonna need you to sign here.
I gotta hit Dickie Bub and get some boots on the way out there.
No, but none. Back to Brandon again. You started off in the rock thing, and it just wasn't going anywhere for you, right?
Yeah, it just wasn't going anywhere for me personally. And, Scotty was working with some people that I was working with at the time, and he was just kind of like, how do you feel about going country? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do that.
Hell yeah, let's put our pants back on and go inside.
What made you think of that? Just because...
just listening to the tone of his voice. And kind of know, as I got to know him more and know more about his background, I was actually really nervous about asking him about, hey, would you be willing to try country? Because I thought he was going to be like, the fuck out of here. What the hell are you talking about?
Right.
And he was really receptive. I mean, immediately, like, I'll try anything. I love to sing. I know Brandon, he's all about music. And it's not like he just listens to country. I mean, he listens to the same shit that I listen to, rock and roll and all this stuff. And I knew he was a great rock singer. And when I met a guy in Nashville that had some songwriting credentials with, big artists like George Strait and Conway Twitty and Reba McEntire, And he said, I got a couple songs, and I played him a song that Brandon had done here at the studio. He's like, I got to work with this kid. I love this kid's voice. There's something here. And then that's when I brought it to Brandon. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And went to Nashville. He wrote 2 songs in 2 days, and then he had 2 of his own, and here we go.
What, 4 then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got, actually, there's 5 now.
Got to carry the 2.
Carry the 2 with the 1. Yes.
Well,
and then,
let's play that. Can we do that Halo song?
Yeah. I'll play a little clip.
This is a song, I don't care if you like country music or not, it's going to get stuck in your head. Sorry about that.
Name of the man is Brandon Holland from Alton, Illinois.
Then I snuck off with the boys one night, and I finally saw the light. Her horns were holding up her halo. How the hell was I supposed to know? Then I found out where she came from, and that's exactly where she can go. She was an angel, or I thought so, until her evil side started to show. She belongs in that fire down below. Our horns are holding up her hey.
Sorry to sing over your professional voice there. That's good stuff.
Thanks, man. Really
And like I said, none of well, other than Scott, none of us in here, I don't know about Coach, Jeff and I don't really care for country music all that much.
I actually do.
You do? All right.
That explains a lot.
I'm versatile in anything but
I don't even know
rap.
what that means.
Well, that's why I thought it'd be so interesting to have Brandon in, because I know, you know, Tom and Jeff, your background, and that there is so many other genres of music out there, and we don't really get to touch on music on the podcast,
right?
Which I think was a big part of what you guys did radio for. You loved the music you were actually playing in between your segments and stuff like that. So it was cool to have him come in, and then when you guys were singing the song, I was like, all right, we got to have Brandon in.
The one thing that I can tell you about country songs and being on and playing them on the radio, they're all so short, it's hard to get up and take a crap during one. That's the one bad thing.
You don't have any,
the black metallic.
Yeah, or Metallica.
Actually, that was the whole song we just played.
That was the whole song. Where is the song available yet, or not?
It will be available October 14th on iTunes.
Right on. You should be very proud of that. Is that one of them you wrote?
Yeah, it was a co-write between 3 guys. There were 3 guys involved in that process.
Nice.
So
that's really cool.
And then, October 14th is a big day for him. So he's got the release at iTunes. He's releasing his album, and he's also playing at the Duck Room with another country artist that just opened for Brantley Gilbert at the pageant. They're coming back called Florida Georgia Line, and they're playing at the Duck Room at Blueberry Hill on October 14th.
Very cool. Congratulations, man.
We're going to build our own damn country scene.
That's right, bitches.
You don't need it, but best of luck. I said the other day, I'm going to see this guy on, the Country Music Awards.
CMT.
3 years from now.
Hi, this is Brandon, and you're watching the Country Music Awards on CMT.
Artist of the Year, Brandon Holland.
That
And
would
there's
be-
Scotty Boom going, holy shit! Holy shit!
and there's Tom in the background. He's been a disc jockey over here at the country station. He's wearing a 10-gallon hat
and a belt buckle with a shirt that's been ironed 5 too many times.
And I'll be watching it on the TV from the Applebee's that I'm bartending at. So that'll be really.
You're coming
country,
with us.
Country
Okay,
belt
coming with
buckles.
us.
It's a TAJ.
See
now.
Let's play a little more of that song.
Horns are hanging up, halo.
Best of luck to you, man. Coach, thank you for being here. You're going to be out Saturday night, right? For sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Saturday night, Bobby's Place, Blues' first game of the season. We're going to be doing a podcast, this thing right here, only on stage at Bobby's Place, probably from 6 until 7. Game time at 7 o'clock. Kara the Lesbian will be there as well. Brandon's going to try to make it. I'm not going to commit you to that, but if you can make it there, it'd be awesome. Be a good time.
I'm going to try to get out there. I got a wedding. I got to do a song.
Lake of the Ozarks?
Talk him out of it. Yeah, Lake of the Ozarks.
You want the same one Casey from Cabo show too? That's what he said.
We're doing
That
a
was his
duet.
excuse, right?
Scotty Boom Boom's going to be there for sure. And tomorrow on the program, Shaman's Harvest, right?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, so it's a Yes Game Wednesday as well.
And Gadget Boy's coming in.
And
too.
Gadget Boy's going to stop in and
iPhone
tell you
5, I'm
all
getting
about
excited.
the
And don't forget about Tell a Friend Tuesday. If you listen to this right now, just tell a few, 5, whatever it is. I don't care. Call your Aunt Uterus in Cleveland.
And all this week, if you go into Bobby's Place, mention Tom and Jeff, and the beer is on us.
We'll try to do it again tomorrow. Big hugs.
See you guys.
That's a wrap.